And then there was the one night it got physical, and that's when, we both realized something's got to change here. That was the most physical it had ever got between me and her, where I'd actually put my hands on her and, did something, got physical with her. I pretty much just grabbed her and threw her out of the way. It's what I did. The kids were involved, that was the difference too. That was the first time the kids had been involved with it. With my oldest, she was the one that got the ball rolling for us. If it wasn't for her calling 911 that night, we may not have made that change. That incident's what got me here. Because protective services, they get involved right away. Her, we're butting heads pretty good there. Big fights, explosions all the time, it seems like. So yeah, it started off, I volunteered to come here for the first 12 weeks. And while I was going to court, that took a good 6 months, and then it was the 52, you have to do the 52-week thing. That's part of the deal, with the courts and whatnot.
Him and I were gonna be done because we couldn't continue to go down that road. It was our kids that were involved that time, and we both knew we didn't want that. We have 3 daughters, we didn't want that for our daughters. We didn't want them to end up with a man that, teaching them the behavior that was okay.
How much you start learning at a young age. That was one of the things they taught me here right off the get, that, these behaviors are learned from when you're a baby, from right from the get. Which me as a baby from till probably 6 years old was just nothing but violence in my life. My mom was with somebody that was a major abuser, physical abuser. And that's what I grew up with.
I think one of our first light bulbs was realizing that a lot of how we dealt with things was how we were taught as children to deal with them, because it's the way either our mother or father dealt with things, or you kind of went through the class together. Maybe I wasn't in the class, but every night when, after your class, you would come home, we would both go through the same paperwork that you had discussed, in that meeting, and, we grew together.
I feel like our middle child was scared of me for a while there, but I think she's realized that I have changed. She hasn't seen that ever since I've been taking this class. That's gone at the beginning. They teach you the timeouts, and I still think that's one of the most important tools out there, in dealing with your anger. That makes a lot of sense, take a step back, take off, cool down.
We got some tools to work with.
I express my feelings when I never did before.
Yeah, it was a relief, because I think that was something that I had been looking for, and in a sense maybe begging for, of, can you just talk to me and let me know what's going on? And I don't think before he came here, he even knew how to do that. Our house is so much more calm and open, loving,
We can all say whatever we want.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a bad reaction. Afterwards, everything started happening for me. My career got a lot better, the way I dealt with work situations, and because I have to deal with people on a certain level too, that improved drastically. A lot more successful, a whole lot more successful. And I've always been good at what I do. I've always been, strive to be the best at what I do. After the class, it's put me at that point, I am the best at what I do. That's how I feel about it, and it shows with everything. I've got a nicer car, I make more money, we just bought a house, just all kind of, and right, real quick, it happened real fast, where I think that there was that part of me, I was being held back.
Bottom line for us, we learned how to communicate with each other. And not only each other, with our children, with our parents, our friends.
We probably learned more about each other in that 1 year taking this class than we had in the 7 years prior. We grew up, before we sail up, finally grew up.